Okay.
It certainly is. Hello, Wargamers. It's me, Callum from TableTopBanter, and I'm here with
Harry, hello.
Harry. And today we're going to go over some list ideas for this game. We will be playing against Nick and his son, IDICBeer, and we're basically going to take you through each of our lists, how we intend to use them, both like individually and as a team, and talk about the general tactics and why we're doing what we're doing on the tabletop. So first thing I'm going to show you is a picture of Harry's list, and he's just going to give you a rough overview, and then we're going to take a proper look at his 1,000 point list for this doubles game. So here's a picture. So do you want to just take us through it?
Yeah, so this is 1,000 points of Crimson. This is a combined arms detachment. And HQ, we've got Pedro Cantor with 5 on the guard. We've got a Relic Blade, and we've got a Power Axe and things. And the troops got 2 5-man tactical squads, one with a grab gun and one with a plasma gun. One will be in a Rhino, and then one will actually be in a drop pod, which I'm hoping to borrow off the good Callum.
Of course.
And then we have a Storm Talon gunship with Typhoon missile launcher, and then an Unready Crusader for Pedro and his buddies to ride in.
Brilliant. Yeah, so what we'll do now is we'll have a look at his actual list, and we'll just discuss sort of the tactical points to that and such, and really try and go through it like unit by unit, why we're bringing what we're bringing. So obviously let's start with the HQ choice. The big man himself, Pedro Cantor.
Pedro Cantor, yeah. So, you know why I'm bringing him is his Crimson Fists.
Of course, yeah.
Cantor.
He's very cool.
And one of the big things that I like is he gives +1 attack. And the other thing, I'm not playing any Stern Guard on this list, but the Stern Guard objective security is quite good. I thought best not go for that because it's a 2,000 point game, it's a lot to get through. Stern Guard sort of disposable guys. So I'm going to be playing him as sort of like a buff assault guy. His up is skill 6, he's got some good attacks, but he isn't a Eternal Warrior things, so he's not the most like he's not the best sort of offensive commander. But +1 attack is something that I can link up nicely with the Honor Guard.
Yeah.
They will also be getting the standard.
Of course, yeah. The +1 attack. He's more renowned for being a buff like chapter master, which he can do really well with the +1 attack within 12 inches and stuff, isn't it? So.
Yeah, it's a 12-inch bubble, and they get preferred on the orcs, which is fantastic.
Oh yeah, because we face orcs all the time.
Oh yeah, and then the +1 attack.
Yeah, it's pretty handy all round, really.
Will mostly just be his Honor Guard coming out, so they'll be getting a 2 attack space, +1 for 4 on a charge, 5 attacks, and with the standard they'd each be getting 6 attacks.
A lot of attacks. A lot of attacks. So, yeah, with that in mind, let's roll into the Honor Guard, really. The most notable thing for me about the Honor Guard is the lack of invulnerable save, but they've still got 2-up armor save, so they're not that squishy. But if you just want to take us through why you loaded them out the way you did.
It was that for Assault Terminators, really. And Assault Terminators, you're getting the Thunder Hammers, which is a big thing. Strength 10, AP...
Strength 8.
Strength 8, sorry, AP1, but that's a good chance against killing things. And the fact that they have a 4-up invulnerable.
3-up with a shield. 5-up without.
Shield, excuse me. Yes, obviously you know how much I like Assault Terminators, because you know like that. But they're a heck of a lot less points. I think a 5-man Assault Terminators could come to like 240, 230 points.
Yeah, 225-ish.
Yeah.
Depending on upgrades, so it's a bit pricey.
So I think it's better to take this, and this is what I've with the chapter banner, using +1 attack. We've got the chapter champion in there with his Relic Blade. And a bit of a guy Power Axe, only because one of them's modelled on the guys, and I thought, a bit of AP2 in there just in case we come across anything. But really, this is an assault unit that can deal with anything with an armor value 3-up.
Oh, it can mince 3-up stuff. Just thinking that the pure attacks in there.
Yeah, and I thought it was quite nice for some of the initiative, and then have Pedro Cantor swing at the end with his sort of 7-odd attacks.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
And that in a Armored Crusader with Brightness. So I think that's the sort of the Death Star in a way that we're playing.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that the Crimson Fist of the two lists of ours took on the more elite side of things, the
Yeah.
more sort of hard hitting and going in there to really go out and be aggressive with them.
Yeah.
So with those two units, obviously we need our troop choices. So as you mentioned, a tactical squad in a Rhino.
I've just got 2 tactical squads. Obviously, as I'm building quite an elite list, I wanted it to be a bit more maneuverable, because you're going to be sort of bogged down with blobs. I've got 1 in a Rhino with a plasma gun, and then I've got 1 in a drop pod with a grav gun.
Of course, yeah.
And that's just, if we're playing a tactical objectives game, a drop pod can come down and grab an objective and sit on it, and that's quite nice. It's just that sort of, I can be moving up the field quite quickly, and hopefully, that's just a Rhino with 5 guys in it. They're going to want to be focusing fire on the Iron Red Crusader,
Yeah.
That's just, it's just a bit more movable. It fits in that sort of elite theme and building and bringing pretty much all the metal boxes that we have at our disposal.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So talking about metal boxes, here's a flying version of that with the Storm Talon.
I just thought, well, I really like the model, so I thought I'm going to bring it, and he doesn't like a good flyer. And
Yeah,
2 flyers on the board in a 2,000 hit game, I think is pretty good.
it is. Yeah, I mean, what you're getting with the Storm Talon is it can drop down to hover, which is important, but mainly something to draw fire or be ignored.
Yeah, Typhoon missile launcher can deal with a fair few good things,
So can an assault cannon.
and so it's not bad at that.
No, it's a very well balanced flyer. The only problem I have with it is the 2 hull points. Like it is not the strongest, but that being said, it's
if you have something Skyfire or something that pumps out a lot of good shots, so a load of water cannons or something that's going to get a couple of 6s. You can shoot it down. It's something that, if you want to kill it easy, you can kill it. But I guess it's not there for that. It's more there for it's something else.
exactly.
The idea I've brought is I've got lots of things that are sort of little annoyances. Storm Talent, a Rhino, and a Drop Pod are all quite annoying things to get rid of, because you're going to want to have your all your Las Cannon equivalents, or your AP1, AP2 stuff
Fired into the Land Raider.
Land Raider.
Exactly, yeah.
You're not going to be wanting to target all the other little things.
Some good thinking there, actually. I'm on board with that. And obviously, finally, we have the Land Raider Crusader, as previously mentioned, for carrying Pedro Cantor and his honor guard. Pedro Banter, yes.
Pedro Banter, yeah. It's got a multi-melter, because I thought, why not?
Yeah, it's true.
I think the last game we played, the multi-melter was one of the most successful. It took out 2 Terminators, I think, and things. It was Snapfire as well, so I'm taking it again.
Yeah, of course. It's just, I think with the Hurricane Bolters, the Assault Cannon, and getting out and assaulting on that, it's the right choice. It's an up-close and personal Land Raider.
A lot of people say, oh yeah, the Crusader, and especially the Redeemer, well, if you're going to get that close, they're going to melt to you. It's like, well, on the turn it gets that close, hopefully I'll have
Pedro Cantor and his Death Star.
30 odd attacks at AP3 and 1 coming out and pummeling you, so there shouldn't be any melter to deal with it.
Yeah, you can deal with the melter, let's put it that way.
Yeah, no, it should be okay. It should hold up alright. But I've definitely learned it's still
Killable.
It's still killable. It's not something you can just sit on the middle of the battlefield and hope that it doesn't get killed. You need to skirt it around corners. You need to play it. You need to play it like a Rhino, effectively. So that's something hopefully I can bring into, because we've been practicing a couple of games. Played 2 games with Land Raider so far. There's only 2 games I've ever played with Land Raider.
Yeah.
And it's made me realise that a Terminator with a chain fist, game over.
Yeah, exactly. You're right there. So when we look at this Crimson list, this Crimson Fist list overall. We're seeing a very elite and hard-hitting theme. Oh, cheeky shot of the Land Raider.
There it is.
So we're just going to nip over to a picture of what I'll be bringing. And there we have it. So that there is a bit more infantry-based.
A bit.
Just a bit. So what I'll be bringing is a combined arms detachment of Imperial Guard, and then an allied detachment of Dark Angels, just to kind of have that infantry-based thing, but I wanted to sneak a flyer in there. Now, my combined arms is a company command squad, and then an infantry platoon, a squad of Melter veterans in a Chimera. We have a librarian and a tactical squad in the Dark Angels side, with a Ravenwing command squad and a Nephilim jet fighter. So, oh, and of course the Aegis defense line upgrade as well. The 50 points for an Aegis defense line is kind of handy for my squishy guard. So, let's have a look at the actual list then. Here we have it. So my HQ choice for the guard detachment first is a company command squad. Now, Harry and I discussed this quite a bit actually on what I should be bringing, and we sort of came to the conclusion that Nick plays very, very strong lists and is a very strong player. We also came to the conclusion that his son learned from him, and he has some pretty strong lists going on in the games they played. So instead of going in and just trying to, play conservative, do okay, we were taking very much the approach of all or nothing.
All or nothing.
Yeah, go big or go home. So I did fork out the 20 points for Master of Ordnance, because that artillery bombardment could be hilarious. And I've got an Officer of the Fleet in there, so we can re-roll reserve rolls. Definitely required.
+1 to our reserve roll and -1 to his.
Oh, that's right, yeah. So coming in on a 2-up, and they'd be coming in on a 4-up.
It's quite nice.
That is on a leadership check of 7, but it's still possible.
It's alright.
And in there we also have the standard for re-rolling morale, fear and pinning tests. Pretty handy. We've got Voxcaster. They all have carapace armor and a sniper rifle, because I had 2 points spare at the end of the list. So
Yeah.
it's not ever done anything, but I don't like odd numbers at the end of my lists. So just so you can get a sort of a wider grasp on that, the artillery bombardment thing is it's pretty interesting. It's a strength 9 AP3, so you're looking at insta-killing a lot of things in the game. Got the AP3. It's a large blast. Ooh, excuse me. It's definitely something that, when it does hit, it can be devastating. But it might hit one every 2 or 3 games. Maybe more. So we'll see. It's really that. You're paying 20 points for a potential explosion.
I've played it like 3 or 4 times, and 3 times it whiffed. Didn't really do anything, like flip one guy. And then there was one time
where it removed a tactical squad.
It removed half tactical squad and a whole devastator squad, and it was just like, well, that's game changing.
No, exactly. So we've got
20 points for that. I think that's...
Yeah, it's definitely worth taking. Definitely. So now we'll just roll into our troop choices. So we've got the infantry platoon, 20 men, with 2 Voxcasters and a commissar attached to them. So they won't run away, basically. That's the plan. And they're all lasguns. So I get to make the most out of the orders, because things like first rank, second rank only work for lasguns, and stuff like that. So I really think I was trying to maximise the orders of my list, make sure it could all run nice and smoothly that way. So yeah, that's kind of what I was going with that. The commissar is obviously to make them pseudo fearless.
Stick that behind the Aegis.
And then we have the... Oh yeah, exactly. They'll be sat behind the Aegis defense line. And then Platoon Command Squad has 3 grenade launchers, because they're 5 points each. Strength 6 AP4, or Strength 3 AP dash small blast. So I could get some nice blast going on there. That'd be good. Excuse me. The only problem with this unit is it's got a 5-up save, so they're utterly useless unless they have a cover save.
Well, that has been effective. I remember
What's that, mate?
when you removed about 10 cultists with that.
Yeah, the grenade launchers are really good. And with the orders and everything, like ignores cover, first rank, second rank, so I get an extra shot out of las weapons. I've got Monster Hunter, Tank Hunter, pinning, auto regroup. There's a couple of other ones as well. Oh yeah, and the auto regroup one also means I can go to ground and then get up the next turn and not feel the effects. So I can get my 20-man blob to go to ground behind an Aegis defense line for a 2-up save and then just get them up again.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
So those little things, those are the things I've tried to maximise. Then we'll come down to veterans in a Chimera with melter bombs for the whole squad, a demolitions charge, and 3 melters. This is affectionately known as the Melter Gun Fun Bus, and my whole plan behind this is to go out there and just be like, oh hey, remove a big unit. Now the one game I have played they did whiff, but statistically speaking they would have absolutely destroyed that unit.
Yeah, I remember how that was.
That was some bad whiffery, but the number of shots they get out, the demo charge, the melter guns, the melter bombs, it's just a lot of stuff there. So yeah, I think that for me is going to be in 90% of my guard lists. So that's the end of the guard, really, mainly just for infantry. Rolling into our Dark Angels half of this, or say just less than half. A level 1 Librarian, because I am going to roll off Divination and give my Guardsmen Prescience when I can. So they can reroll their to hits.
All of their shots.
Of the first rank, second rank, so hoping to get many shots. And you never know what you're going to roll on that either, so you could end up, I don't know, ignoring cover or something like that. You know, there's some other good ones in Divination, so definitely worth taking. Now here I've been a bit cheeky. So in the elite slot, I've picked a Ravenwing Command Squad. Now this is cheeky because actually I built them up as Ravenwing Black Knights, but they're a fast attack, and you can't have fast attack in a more than one fast attack in an allied detachment. However, Ravenwing Command Squads are just Black Knight squads that you can upgrade. So I kind of played the allied detachment system so that I could put my fast attack choice in an elite slot effectively. So they're absolutely identical in every single way. The only difference is I could potentially upgrade some of them, which I shan't be doing because of the points. But yeah, I just thought, have that outflanking, you know, twin link plasma would be handy.
It's nice. That's it. You can have, you know, Terminators moving up the field, and then they suddenly outflank, come in, and it's like, oh my god, they're gone.
Yeah, I know. Like, it's a nice little. It's an off the board that can come in halfway through and just mop up a unit that could be threatening. And I think that's pretty important.
Yeah.
Something to utilise. Troops.
And an assault.
Yeah. Oh, I can't assault on the turn I arrive, obviously, but afterwards I can rapid fire and assault, which is handy. Now, of course, the tactical squad I've taken bare bones. Everyone has bolt guns. That's it, because I needed the points elsewhere. And finally, the Nephilim jet fighter, 175 points. It's a pretty good flyer. I really like it.
3 whole points.
3 whole points, so it's not got that one drawback of the Storm Talon. I've got a twin link las cannon, heavy bolter, and twin linked heavy bolter, and 6 one-shot only missiles. Strength 7, AP 3. So that's pretty handy. And if I'm firing at a vehicle, I think it's if I'm firing at a vehicle, my missiles become twin linked. So that's pretty good as well if we need to pop any vehicles. And the last thing, 50 points for an Aegis defense line because I'm playing Blob Guardsmen and they need themselves a cover save. So
that's pretty useful, isn't it?
It's pretty necessary.
Basically 50 points to give them carapace armor.
Yeah, exactly. Well, better than carapace because you know. So all in all, really, what we're looking at is a very two-sided list, but well-rounded altogether.
Yeah, we're playing off the idea that he's going to be probably bringing. We think he's going to be bringing some like Necrons, something with a lot of cheese, something that's just going to be like that army.
Something that if you cut up and put on toast, you could grill.
Yeah, if we play like a nicely well balanced list, we don't stand a chance. So go for the Death Stars are a lot of the time this might get blown up, they might all fall out and get shot to pieces.
But
Or
there's that one time.
and you've got Master War next there, which can just wipe a squad.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to go for. We're going to go for the big thing, and of course using when you find ideal place to have Master War, maybe stick presence on them or something.
Exactly. So, plenty of opportunities. Basically, we're trying to maximise the opportunities we can create to make one or two game-changing moves.
We're going for not the average damage that we could put out with the average sort of effectiveness,
but if it goes well,
the maximum.
yeah, exactly.
What is the max that this could put out?
And if it is, on average it does 5 wounds, but maximum 25.
Because we've got a lot of reserves as well. We've got the Jet Fighter, the Bites, my Storm Talon. If we don't go first, and he's brought Grab Centurions, I'm putting my
Land Raider.
Land Raider in reserves.
Yeah.
So,
And with the +1 to come on.
yeah, that's going to have 3 out first turn.
Yeah, it's pretty handy.
Well, second turn, but yeah.
Pretty damn handy. So I'm feeling not confident that we'll do well. It's going to be hilarious. Whether we win or we lose, we are bringing a crazy list.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it because this isn't the sort of list I usually play Crimson Fists. Usually it's bolters, marines,
Exactly.
and objectives. But this is, I'm finally getting my guard out. And then I'm ready to Pedro Cantor. This is the first time I've ever seen it. Whether I've ever repainted or not, I'm not sure. It's painted enough. So it'll be a nice looking army. And I think we'll have all that guard just swamping the backfield.
Yeah.
There's an objective there, it's okay, I've got it. Oh, there's an objective there, it's okay, they've got it at the same time.
Yeah. Exactly.
You should just string guys out, didn't you?
I can, yeah. And the beauty as well of the guard is, what I'm doing is, for things like drop pods, etc., I'm taking up a lot of our deployment zone. So if they have like 2 or 3 drop pods, for example, or things that can deep strike, I can take up like 50% of our deployment zone with 2 units.
Yeah.
And that's big. Like, denying all those like automatic line breaker stuff, or all those kind of things. That's what that can provide.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking it'd be a good laugh. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna roll some dice and see what happens at the end of the day. But the way we have set up our lists and our game plan, it's either going to go pretty damn well, or our guys are going home in body bags.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair thing to say.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is obviously the first video in a couple, hopefully, that we'll be doing preceding the big game. So you'll see that later on. What I'll do is I'll obviously be waiting till Nick posts up his battle report, and we'll put up ours at the same time. But we've got this.
Up before, do we?
Sorry?
We don't want to put this up before.
No. This is going up the day after the battle report. I will not be risking it putting it up early. So we'll have already played the game by the time you guys see this. But it's a nice opportunity for you to know our thoughts before the game.
Yeah.
Get a feel for what we're going to take and how we're going to try and approach the game. And, let's see how Tabletop Banter can do it, It should be some Tabletop Banter.
We might put out a bag, and if it's a victory for us, it'll be the most glorious victory.
Oh, it will. It'll be, that very much like Last Stand kind of... Basically, pick every single action movie cliche, roll it into one ball, and that is what our victory would be if we win. Exactly. So, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave your comments below. Let us know what you thought of these 2 lists. Do you like the way we're trying to approach this game? How would you have done it with a similar model collection? And of course, don't forget to share all this around. Go check out Nick's channel. He does some absolutely great work. I'm sure you already have if you are subscribed to me, or us. Of course. So thank you very much. It's been me, Callum from Tabletop Banter, and
It's been me, Harry, from TableTopBanter.
Cool. We'll see you in the next one. Don't forget, have fun.